If you had 2 weeks and a train pass that could take you anywhere in Europe, where would you go? For us, we had a simple idea. A trip from London to Prague. We set out to plan a trip across the continent, only to end up scrapping it by day 3. Because this trip reminded us that sometimes the unexpected journeys are the ones which become the most memorable. So I guess here's what happens when you have 2 people, 4 backpacks, and an open train ticket to see Europe.
We started our journey at St Pancras, London. With our Interrail passes downloaded and our backpacks on, we boarded our first train, the Eurostar to Paris.
Oh, it's a very narrow door. We're arrived in Paris.
Yay! We are staying just outside the Montmartre area and it's almost sunset time, so we thought we'd go for a little walk around.
Because it is late April and a heat wave has just hit, it feels like the first proper day of summer. Everyone out is drinking beer, looking out at the views. It's just atmospheric, isn't it?
It's 8:38 and the sun is up so late.
You ready for the view over Paris?
We have spotted the Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower. Good morning from Paris. We are going to do the classic thing and have a French breakfast. I'm sure you can guess what it is. Right, do you want to try an almond croissant?
Yes.
Is it good?
So good. I feel like the first thing you've got to do when you get to Paris, have a croissant.
We jumped on the metro to explore the city, but it turned out that today was Independence Day in France, meaning almost everything was closed. So we wandered around the world-famous landmarks from the Notre Dame to the Louvre.
Have I got it?
Yep, now you've got it.
Yeah.
Amazing. Because it is Labour Day, everything is closed, even like the supermarkets. Everyone is just in the parks, kind of relaxing in the sun, and we thought we'd join them for a bit.
It's a really nice atmosphere and it's like 29 degrees, so it's actually perfect sunbathing weather, although we don't have our sun cream, so we're in the shade right now.
Hiding in the shade, aren't we? What are we doing?
We have got ourselves a baguette and we are walking towards the Eiffel Tower.
But it's much cheaper going to the little supermarket which we found, which is actually open, rather than trying to eat out, which would be at least 20 euros each.
It's not a very creative lunch, but we have a baguette.
Also, this is our dinner.
Yeah, this is our dinner, not lunch, sorry. And then we have some ham and some strawberries. What are they called?
Framboise.
Framboise.
My GCSE French is not helping right now. And the Eiffel Tower is through those trees somewhere. Oi, we got to share that. Could I be any more French right now? I don't think I could. We have just come up to probably the busiest section of the Eiffel Tower, and it's ridiculous.
It is so busy, but to be fair, the view is insane because you're like level with the Eiffel Tower.
All right, this one is probably the best view of the lot. Look at this.
Though the Eiffel Tower is arguably one of the most touristy places in the world, and it's no secret that Joel and I love to explore off the beaten track, there is something so magical about it, and despite all the tourists, I couldn't quite believe that I was seeing it.
We've found this little wall to sit on with an unobstructed view of the Eiffel Tower. And in about 3 minutes, what's going to happen?
It's gonna sparkle!
Whoa!
We are leaving Paris this morning and we've actually had a little change of plan on our route. What are we doing today?
So we were gonna head north and kind of go through Belgium and Germany, but we've had this sudden change of plan because we want to try and do probably one of the most beautiful train rides in the world. We're actually gonna be staying in France, but we're heading to this little town which I've never heard of, but I mean, it looks cute. Let's pick up our stuff. You ready to go?
So there's our train, we're heading towards Basel. I think hall 2. Right, I think this is our train. A little peek of where we're going. First class train in France. They seem very nice. Lots of space.
The train took about 2.5 hours and we arrived at a small town called Mulhouse, a place we randomly picked on the map along our new route. As amazing as Paris was, it was cool to see a different side to France.
We've got gelato, and look at this square we're in. It has a massive cathedral, and it's actually really pretty. I had no idea it would be this nice.
It's such a random town, but I don't know if every French town's like this, but like, look at this place. Look at the cathedral and all the little French buildings. And you got your gelato. This chocolate is so good.
The strawberry's good as well. To get the specific train that we're after, this is our first kind of random stop. The next one's actually going to be in a different country, so we're leaving France tomorrow morning.
And if you surprisingly know where Mulhouse is, it might give you an idea of the country we're going to next. C'est bon. Mulhouse, c'est bon.
C'est bon. Très bon.
Goodbye to Mulhouse.
Bye, Mulhouse.
Only got about 15 minutes to get to the station.
Have we actually?
Yeah. Let's go to Switzerland. Basel, I think.
We continued east into Switzerland, and I think that's the most unique thing about travelling Europe. You can cross entire countries with no border checks.
We are going to a town called Chur. It's pronounced Chur, but it looks like Chur, so we've been calling it Chur, but that's wrong.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh.
No.
Welcome guys to Switzerland. This cost over £5 for a cappuccino.
It's good.
It's good, but we'll probably be sticking to Aldi for lunch and dinner.
But this £5 does also include a glass of fresh Swiss water and a mini meringue that's shaped like a peanut. We're actually only in Switzerland for one day because if you didn't know already, it's very expensive here and that is all we can afford. So tomorrow we will be going to a new country.
So this is Chur, Switzerland's oldest town. It's tucked away in the Alps and feels like something out of a storybook. Cobbled streets, quiet little squares, and mountain views from all directions. But it's also the gateway to Europe's most beautiful train ride.
The reason we're actually here in Chur, in this random little town in Switzerland, is because tomorrow we are taking the Bernien Express.
And if you haven't heard of it, it's basically one of the most beautiful train rides in the world.
Tomorrow morning at 8 AM, we'll be beginning the journey. Hopefully it's worth changing our whole plan for this.
I think so. I hope so anyway.
We've just finished our dinner from Aldi. We had some pasta, only cost like €5. But have a look out here. What are you doing?
I am looking at this insane sunset that's just come out of nowhere because it was raining a minute ago.
And now we've got a beautiful sunset. Hopefully we're going to be really lucky in the morning and it's going to stay really clear like it is. But we are in the mountains, so could change any moment.
There it is. Bernien Express.
To platform 13, 8:17. Not gonna lie guys, I think we're the youngest by about 30 years apart from one other couple. But you know, we roll, we do the old stuff now. Basically retired. Here it comes. Whoa.
The windows look huge.
Are you ready to board this train? One of the most beautiful trains in the world.
I'm excited. We're on the Bernien Express. Bernia. I think I keep saying it wrong.
Yeah,
Bernia.
we're definitely abusing this name. Where are we starting?
We are here in Chur, and then we go through the mountains and all through St. Moritz maybe, and then all the way to Tirano.
In Italy.
Yay.
Time for pizza.
We're gonna have some pizza for dinner. I think we've already decided that.
We began the journey through lush green valleys before ascending into the Swiss Alps, all the way up to 2,253 meters, making it the highest railway track in Europe. The Bernien Express honestly blew us away. From glaciers to lakes to spring-like fields, it was way better than we could have imagined. Eventually, as the snow started to fade away, we dropped down into our third country of the trip.
We're in Italy.
Yeah. Let's have some pizza.
Yes, please.
We arrived to our next destination, but before anything else, it was time to get pizza.
Self-service pizza.
Salami Napoli? Spicy salami. Ooh, that sounds good.
2 pieces.
I can't wait.
This pizza smells insanely good and it cooked in like less than like 2 minutes. It
But
was
how
so
cheap
fast.
were they?
I paid £9.82 for 2 pizzas.
Like, that is ridiculous.
And they're like freshly made, like the dough looks insane.
I cannot describe the smell of this pizza right now. I'm genuinely gonna start drooling in a minute. Oh damn, look at that. That looks insane.
I actually have cheeseless pizza. Mine is Mariana because if you don't already know, I hate cheese.
Oh, I don't. I'm wasting no time. It's got spicy salami on it, okay?
Is it good?
I'm telling you. If anyone ever tells you Italian pizza is worse than American, then they don't know anything.
It's one of the best pizzas I've ever had.
The aggressive eating is crazy.
I'm starving.
The next morning, we started our day in the most Italian way possible, a cappuccino. And honestly, it might have been one of the best we've ever had. Verona wasn't part of our original plan for the trip, but it ended up being one of our favourite stops. It's famous for being the setting of Romeo and Juliet, but it's also home to Arena di Verona, a Roman amphitheatre older than Rome's Colosseum. Everywhere you look, there's history, from ancient archways to stunning bridges. Plus, with no cars allowed in the old town, it felt so peaceful just wandering the streets.
Whoa, look at the city.
Wow. It looks so colourful.
It's like one of those things, you never know what a city looks like when you're above like the skyline, but every building apart from the churches are the same height.
It's a really flat city, but I think because it's quite old,
Yeah.
really. They just didn't build skyscrapers back then. What are your thoughts on Verona?
It's nice. We haven't had very sunny weather though.
But it's very, very pretty and peaceful. I like it.
And guess where we're going tomorrow? We're just in this cafe having a coffee right now, waiting for our train. And when you're hopping on trains traveling around Europe, it can be really frustrating having to buy new SIM cards all the time, because obviously we're traveling to so many different countries. As you may know, Emilia and I have been using eSIMs for the past few years, and on this trip we're using a Nomad regional eSIM. On Nomad there are many different regional plans you can choose from, such as the Middle East, Latin America, or obviously Europe. On the Europe plan we've got, it covers 35 different countries, so when we're working on the train, when we're crossing different borders, it doesn't matter, we know we're not going to lose connection and we can just carry on. Now you might assume that these regional plans they've got are pricey, but I was amazed at how affordable they are, especially for the larger plans like the 20 gigabyte plan. Other eSIM providers may have compromised on reliability, but Nomad's value for money and reliable service is thanks to them partnering with top tier global telecoms. Nomad also have a global plan which covers many different countries all over the world. And a few months ago when we were flying back to the UK, we had a 5-hour stopover in Turkey. And one of the first things I always do when I arrive at a new airport is try and connect to the airport Wi-Fi. And when we tried, we saw that we had to pay. But luckily, with my global eSIM, I was able to use mobile data without having to pay for the airport Wi-Fi. Or even worse, using data roaming, which would have cost over £100 for just 1 gigabyte of data for my UK SIM card. Right now, if you use the promo code JOEL94NB, then you'll get $5 off a Nomad eSIM. So jot that down in your notes so you do not forget it on your next trip, and I'll leave a link also in the description.
The next morning, we took a train to Italy's largest lake, Lake Garda.
When you're in Italy, you have to get gelato. This is so good, I just don't want to know how much sugar is in it.
It's actually unreal.
Cheers.
Cheers. I don't feel comfortable cheersing ice cream, I don't know why. Do I have anything around my mouth?
No.
You do. Why did that gelato of you?
These ducklings have just come to say hello.
Why have they come so close to us?
Oh, that is so cold.
That is icy.
Well, it's literally probably melted glaciers and snow.
Are you ready to go for a swim?
I don't know if I can.
We've got to. There is literally a rainstorm coming, but we've got to swim.
Cloud.
We've got to swim.
Do we?
It's got to be done. We're only going to be here once.
Regretting putting on my bikini this morning, so now I have no excuse.
It's so cold. 3, 2, 1. We did it! All right, that definitely doesn't sound good. Should you not be in water when it's thundery?
Probably not.
Well,
probably a good point.
There's a good excuse to get out. Little swim. This is beautiful. Ow, my body hurts now. My shoulders came out. Yes, it's raining. Wow, okay. You probably can't see that there's a massive rain cloud ahead of us. This is the rain cloud. How are you feeling?
I feel good.
Feel good?
Good after cold water. Swim.
Amelia, it's happening. Where do we go?
Take cover.
We got a pack.
The camera's getting wet.
Oh, blimey. Oh, whoa. Look how much is raining.
Oh. I can't believe there's a dry patch right here under the tree.
It's so lucky.
That thunder is right above us.
Pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy out here in Lake Garda.
We didn't get struck by lightning. Woo!
As we were thinking of leaving Italy and decided to begin heading north to Prague, we wanted to take off one more place, arguably the most romantic city in the country.
Good morning, guys, from Venice. We are here in this beautiful city, and today we don't want to set ourselves any budgets. We've been so strict with not spending too much, but today we're not going to do that. We're just going to spend as if it's like the last day of our lives. Wait, maybe not.
That might be an exaggeration.
Yeah, let's not go too excessive.
We don't really have that budget to play with.
But we've been very restrained so far.
Yeah, so we might actually eat a meal out at a restaurant instead of a baguette on the street.
Yes.
We have gone for our second coffee of the day.
I'm trying to be a little bit more Italian. I haven't gone for the espresso, but I've gone for the espresso macchiato. Oh my word, that's so good.
I think that's your new drink.
I think I prefer it to the cappuccino.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like perfectly mixed, not too much milk.
Cheers.
Oh, look at that. That looks so good.
Are you going to get one?
Well, you got it. We
Okay.
can't think about the money, we just got to spend.
Pizza. These were €4.50 each.
I'm going to love today if we keep spending money.
When we said we're going to spend money, we mean just on food.
Oh, this is the main like waterway, isn't it? Is this the Grand Canal?
I just love Italian food.
Cannoli.
Cannoli.
Grazie. I got savoury, you got sweet. These streets are so narrow. The thing people forget about Venice is people aren't just here on tourist groups, but people still live here and use the boats to get around because it's the only real way to get around apart from walking.
There's these certain spots that are just packed with tourists, and then you come to little alleys like this, and there's just no one.
How much are the gondolas?
Well, we were thinking maybe we could, blow the budget and get a gondola, but I can't bring myself to do this. Ready? €80 during the day for 30 minutes on a gondola.
30 minutes?
30 minutes, €80. And if you do it after 7 p.m, then it's actually €100.
What?
Well, that's what the AI on Google says.
That is ridiculous. We can't do that.
I'll get a kayak or something.
Cheers. Cheers. I'm feeling mature at 26 years old, drinking white wine in Italy. It's actually quite cheap though, it's probably the cheapest thing on the menu.
Wow, who's going in for an olive? It looks like it's about to rain torrentially, so we're gonna have to take cover somewhere. I am thinking though, that maybe we could get some pasta.
Yeah,
we haven't had pasta yet.
We haven't had dinner, we need to eat some more food.
We need to eat.
We've just got pasta because it was suddenly raining.
Whoa. All in all, we are basically running back to the station because
This weather is awful, I'm not going to lie to you.
And I'm bursting for the toilet.
Yeah, let's go. Good morning from another day in continental Europe, and we are heading to another country once again.
We are heading to Austria. Also, the train we're taking is going to be a long one today. We've got like...
I think it's 9.5 hours.
9.5 hours of trains.
I feel like we're on first class in like a, what's it called, an aeroplane.
We're in the quiet zone. These seats are so nice.
Ooh, we are definitely dining today. I'm genuinely so excited to just sit on this train, do some work, do some emails, eat some food.
I've got a yellow vegetable curry with rice, and Joel has got a schnitzel.
Pork schnitzel. I'm going fully Austrian because we are in Austria now. Whilst you eat your curry, you can gaze out at the Italian Dolomites.
That is good. We have about 5 minutes left of our 9.5 hour journey. It's actually been pretty good. Like, these trains are amazing.
We're in Vienna now, and apparently it's actually called Wien. I don't know much German, but the only thing I do know is tree, also known as Baum.
It is such a beautiful city. We're just kind of wandering around, looking through the streets, and every building is just immaculate.
It feels like there's about 1,000 palaces here in Vienna.
It really does.
Like Buckingham Palace, but
Times
everywhere.
100.
Vienna is one of the most picture-perfect cities, but unfortunately a bit out of our budget. Museums and galleries were over 20 euros each to enter, so instead we walked over 25,000 steps, and I actually think this is our favourite way to see the city.
We've seen this sausage place on Google Maps, which is rated 4.9 star out of 5. So we're going to go check it out and try, obviously, an Austrian sausage. Ketchup. I have a bratwurst. Just a sausage on a plate. It's actually incredible.
Really?
Which I'm glad it is, because it costs €7.50 just for a sausage.
It would be useful if it told us.
Oh, blimey.
I think that was it.
That's probably the worst photos I've ever taken. Oh dear. Oh, blimey. That one's quite nice, but we're looking in the complete wrong direction.
Those are terrible. That's quite funny.
As beautiful as Vienna was, I think we were definitely feeling more excited about the last 2 stops on our trip, which took us across the border to Hungary.
Welcome, guys, to Budapest.
This is actually one of our favourite cities in Europe, I think. And today we're going to start it off in one of the most famous things to do here in Budapest, which is the thermal baths.
Apparently, Budapest is the home of thermal baths. There's the most thermal baths of anywhere in Europe.
Wow. Sorry, I dropped the door. We went to the Gellert baths, which are said to be the best in the city and are set in the most beautiful building. We spent a lot of time rushing around on our feet this trip, so it was nice to relax in saunas, thermal baths, and take the cold plunge.
In 1873, Budapest officially became a city, and apparently it was conjoined of 3 different cities: Buda, Old Buda, and Pest.
I quite like Buda because it has some cool things to look at, but then Pest is cool too.
We're heading across the Danube River now, and we're heading to the Buda side.
It also has much better weather right now because if you look at Buda, it looks sunny and clear. And then Pest...
It's looking pretty grey and angry, right?
Yeah, we're going this way.
Also have no idea why, but they seem to close off the bridge, so you can just walk down the middle of the road, which is quite fun. Woo! Oh, here we go.
Treasure chest.
Oh, we're going to get copyrighted. You're so good at singing.
I know. I wonder how many times people in Budapest hear the song Budapest.
They probably hate it.
They're probably annoyed.
Like, they probably like, just shut up.
Behind me is the government building, which is one of the main sites here, and it's pretty beautiful.
As we said, this is the government building, and there's kind of a little sad story about this. So it was completed in 1904, but apparently the architect who designed this place actually went blind before it was completed because they started designing it in like 1880s or something. So the poor man never got to see this building.
And it's
beautiful.
a masterpiece.
It's beautiful, right?
That's so sad.
As our time came to an end in Budapest, it was time to take our very last journey of this trip and head to our final destination, which is Prague.
Final one.
I'm excited to go to Prague. We've both been to Prague before, but not together.
And I went 6 years ago.
I went 8 years ago.
So
So it feels like it's going to be the first time, really. Oh, wow. We'll be in Prague in 2 minutes. Right then, here we go. We have arrived in Prague.
We made it!
We made it! We crossed the whole of Europe. Well, not really. A part of Europe on train. And it was great fun.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
For the final few days of our trip, we explored the medieval city of Prague, which was always our end goal. Despite our spontaneous change in route, it ended up being one of our favourite stops. We drank oversized beers, explored a castle on a hill, and reflected on the past 17 days of this incredible trip. For the past 3 years, we've been travelling across the planet, from the depths of the Amazon rainforest to megacities in China, but something about exploring Europe felt so different. Nowhere else on Earth can you experience 6 different cultures in 2 weeks. And without a doubt, train travel is the best way to do this. This is a trip Emilia and I will remember forever, and I hope this can inspire you, no matter your age, to travel across Europe before you die.